Hi. Okay, another live just to share something I'm working on it, some reflection on this. Recently, I've been starting working on this experiment. I wanted to convert some Java code into Python code. And by the way, this is about an open source project. The project is called Library Java, and I wanted basically the same library in Python because I will not bore you with details about library unless you ask for it. But in general, we wanted to have this same library available for multiple platforms. And we have already one for C Sharp, for TypeScript, so we wanted also one for Python. Say, you know what? Why should I just rewrite these manually in Python when I could convert it? Right? And so I started looking into this. I use typical approach we use for writing transpilers. So we take a parser, in this case a parser for Java, we get an AST, then we apply a series of transformation in this AST to get the target AST, in this case the Python AST, and then from this Python AST we generate code. In some case we also have intermediate model, but in this case we didn't have one. Okay, so I can pass some time, start being fun with my idea, where I feel at home and happy. Rest transformation, things are going well. However, soon enough I ran into this issue, and this issue is connected to not having a single resolution for this Java parser. Now, what is the problem? In general, I could get the AST of my Java code, I see a method, and I generate a method. I see a class, and I generate a class in Python. So far, so good. But then at some point, I run into expressions, and these expressions could have references. So I don't know, 2 plus 1 would be an expression. In this case, there is a reference to 2. But the problem is that depending on what this reference refers to, I want to translate differently. Because if I'm translating a reference to a private field, when I convert a private field from Java to Python, I want to use a different name. Because in Python, there is this conversion of having private field starting with an underscore or 2 underscores, depending on your case. And so when I encounter the expression 2 plus 1, I need to say, well, if foo is a private field, then I want to translate this into underscore foo plus 1, otherwise into foo plus 1. But to figure out if this foo refers to a field, it means that I need to implement symbol resolution. I need to connect this reference to the corresponding declaration, because in the declaration I can read this field is private or is not private, or maybe this reference is a reference to a parameter or to something else. And so this is a case where you can see that symbol resolution is useful. And I think there is a lot of confusion. A lot of people think, okay, I have a pattern and set. There is nothing else to do. And I remember reading this article, I think it was from Ira Baxter, on life after parsing, that was explaining that, having a parser is good, but you just start your journey. Then you need other things. And the typical thing that you need after you have your parser is symbol resolution. And in this case, say, okay, great, I need symbol resolution. Let's implement symbol resolution for Java, which, by the way, is not the simplest language for which to write symbol resolution. So I was looking at this, and I say, you know what? I could implement symbol resolution using our internal framework for that. But why not taking the occasion to experiment with Stackers, a solution from GitHub for symbol resolution. By the way, based on a previous solution from Helco Vista. So another important contribution by Elko would be that is behind now a solution used by GitHub, so quite an impact. But yeah, long story short, in this case, I wanted to just do this fun project, little experiment, writing a Lionweb Python and obtaining it by converting Lionweb Java instead of writing it manually. And then I say, oh, now I need simple resolution or Java module, but now I can play with StarCraft. And this is an example why you shouldn't work in an area that you're passionate for, because if I didn't care, just go for what works, go straight to the objective. And so sometimes I feel like it's a little bit of a curse to love what you're doing, because it's difficult to be rational. You should just be more disciplined. This is a fun project, so for being a little bit undisciplined. But besides that, I think that this is an interesting experiment for me, because not many people are planning on converting code from Java to Python. But perhaps there will be a need for this, because I'm seeing more and more people that are learning Python and JavaScript. Not that I found that to be a great idea, but I'm old, so. Yeah, so I think we are getting more and more Python developer and JavaScript developer, and so perhaps making some library more easily accessible and maintainable for them would be something that would be of interest for some companies. And about this translation, I think it's not per se extremely difficult translation one. I mean, it's not extremely difficult because they are both sort of object-oriented languages, and it's easier when you go from a statically typed language from a dynamically typed, and vice versa, because you have more information. You have information about types that you need to infer while you are instead processing a dynamic language. So from static to dynamic, it's easier than vice versa. But the big challenge there is, I think, with modern languages, with respect to legacy languages, is that typically programs rely on a ton of external libraries. But it seems to me that with legacy languages, people were just expecting to use the system library, maybe one library from IBM. That was it. And people were not looking for components or solutions on Maven Central or NPM. While in the current days, typically your standard application use 10, 20, 50 dependencies. And so if you need to migrate, you need to find an alternative for those dependencies or translate also the dependencies. So that will not be trivial in general. In this particular case, Lionweb Java has limited dependencies, for sure libraries to deal with JSON, for example, or I think also we deal also with flat buffers and float buffers, so we may need to find an equivalent for Python, but I'm pretty sure there are equivalents. So in this case, we are golden, but in general, this is a problem that you don't have when migrating from legacy languages. And yeah, so that's it. Just sharing some update about my fun project getting derailed and learning about StarCraft. And as usual, if you have ideas of topics that I should be covering, just let me know. I'm happy to hear your thoughts and your ideas. And have a great day. Bye.